They had to go and save the birds, and then to clean them off. And the guy was like, these birds can soak up to 3 to 4 times their own body weight in oil. And so I was like, well, throw the damn birds back in. But they're helping us. Are you nuts? Just get a shovel. And after that, they can get all oiled up, and then they can go out and stand in front of the hardware store. What? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, actually, I got to say, this is a special year for me for several reasons. My sister came to Anthrocon this year. First time any of my family members have ever seen me do stand-up comedy, my sister came. My sister, I've talked about her before, she's round. She's a very round person, and I don't make fun of her because anyone who makes fun of fat people did not grow up with a large sibling. Because they will sit on you. And they will laugh. Me and my brother, we used to have a nickname for we used to call her All of It. That was her name. That's what we called her, All of It. And one day we were making fun of her. We said, All of It, All of It. And she said, she got pissed off. And she's like, you guys, don't call me All of It one more time or you're going to regret it. And my brother said, well, did you hear that? And I said, yeah, it doesn't sound like she likes it when we call her Olive, and that's the last thing I remember. And all went black. And all I could hear was, my parents didn't find me for days. But, no, another reason it's special for me this year is because this is my 10th anniversary for performing in I've got the comedy gig in Hollywood now. The Comedy Store, the place that usually films Comedy Central's comedians, they booked me. So I actually have... This is awesome for me, and so that literally at this point, I'm standing on the stage right now. The next stage that I'll be standing on will be in Hollywood, California, in front of a lot of Comedy Central executives, and I'll be on a stage that's been performed on by Whoopi Goldberg and Robin Williams and George Carlin and Jim Carrey. And the moment that I can stop masturbating, I will do some comedy. I will do myself. But. Yeah, I want to say, if it's okay with you guys, since it is my 10th anniversary, I wonder if it's okay if I can do maybe some of the older classic segments that I've done before. Maybe not here, some of them I haven't done here, but some of the older stuff. Is that okay? I will keep that. I'll think of some older stuff that I've done. What about you? Speaking of older stuff, please.
Go ahead. Yeah. Pick on the guy who gave you your first stage time in front of a big audience.
You mean besides NFF?
Gave you your first really big stage time.
Okay, yes. You gave me my first main stage. You gave me my first main stage. You did.
Now, I am proud of this man. This man is like a brother of me. I am totally proud. I am not at all jealous of this at all. He is the professional, I'm an amateur. I just want you to keep in mind that while you're up there making your career, at that exact moment, I'll be sitting at home in my undershirt watching Judge Judy and eating potato chips.
Actually, that's probably what I wish I was doing. Actually, I would much rather. If there's anybody out there who's considering becoming a comic, step 1, go and get an ice cream. Step 2, shove it into your brain. Step 3, die. It's the best thing you can do if you ever want to be a professional comic. Don't do it.
Try taking an easier job. Try running a furry convention.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
You're doing that. So you're a professional stage comic and you're running a furry convention. Loser! Let me tell you what you're in for.
Oh, Lord.
You see, I do not run Anthrocon. People seem to say, oh, Kage runs Anthrocon. That's not how it works. The way Anthrocon works is I have a board of directors of 10 people underneath me. The way it works is I come up with stupid ideas and they stop me from doing them. It's true. That's how Anthrocon works. I go, let's do this wonderful thing, and they say, oh, yeah, no. And I go, oh, God, Chairman, this is my con. They say, no, you work for us. Sit down, shut up. I want to have a 2-hour story hour. They say, no, you have 1 hour like everybody else. We'll get to 1.5 hours because people like it more than you, but you don't get it. What? It's my con. Anyway, that's a different story. I'm getting off on a tangent here. Does he have longer hours? But anyway, we'll talk later. I'll come to your room and think at a godlike scientific level. Oh, the job of Anthrocon's directors is to stop my ideas from ever happening. This year, they did not succeed. I had a brilliant idea. I am so smart! I got the code, I got the PhD, I got the giant brain leaking out my ears. I have a smart idea. It's so smart, I'm not even going to run it by the directors. I'll just implement it and they'll be proud of me. Or so I thought. You see, my job, I drive this giant yellow, 10-meter long truck that has to go from my house to a tiny neighborhood in Philadelphia where we borrow the art show equipment from the Philadelphia Science Fiction Society because they have more than they can use and we need more than they got. It is a 2-hour process, taking pipe and panels and just individual pieces of equipment one at a time from this tiny little garage in a tiny little neighborhood that this 3-meter truck could crush if it fell over. And I was sick of all this, so I said, I am going to purchase large flatbed trolleys. And when we take the equipment from this garage, we're going to put it all on the trolleys, secure it down, and when we come home, we'll just roll these all into the garage so we don't have to carry it all piece by piece. Brilliant idea! Could not possibly have anything go wrong. So you guys thought the same thing. So what I did was I bought the trolleys, and I bought these huge airplane-style wheel chocks to put under the wheels. Big, big things so they couldn't roll around in the back. And we did. We took the stuff out of the garage, we put everything on the trolleys. 7 trolleys, we loaded them up this high, and we simply rolled them onto the truck. And then we put them in, we put the chocks under the wheels, and we took off toward Pittsburgh. And we're driving along, and I'm talking to the guy, and we're having a great time, and I heard, that was odd. Sounds like, you hear something in the, maybe we should pull over and see what that is. So we pulled over at a little rest area, and I told him I was driving with one of my logistics crew. I said, get out, go in the back, and see how things are. And he went in the back, and I heard the rolling door go up. And he came back around like this. And I rolled the window down, and he said, your idea sucks. In fact, your idea sucks so much, we're going to have to change the language to invent a new word for suck to describe just how sucky your sucky idea sucks. I said, what are you trying to say? He said, come here. Strap that down. Go in the back of the truck. You see, on the way back, I was worried that the carts had maybe broken loose and had hit the wall of the truck and had maybe dented the wall of the truck, which we rent and we had to pay for it. Fortunately, the boxes of light bulbs broke that impact, so the truck was fine. Wheel chocks are great until there's no gravity. When you go over a bump and these carts, which weigh 1,000 metric tons each, jump over the chocks, now they are free-ranging trolleys. Anybody as a child ever play with a rock tumbler? Where you put the rocks in and everything tumbles around and becomes perfectly smooth? All of my equipment was perfectly smooth. We had to think of a way to fix this. We put everything back together as best we could, throw out what was damaged. We looked down the hill, there's a hardware store. And I ran down there with my logistics guy. We ran and I said, I need every tie-down, strap, bungee cord, rubber plank, anything you've got out there that can tie one thing to another, I'm going to buy it from you right now. And he looked at me, he looked at the logistics guy and he went, I said, yes, that's it, bring it to me, I want to fucking, come on, give it to me now. We spent $300 US on bondage equipment to tie down everything in the back of that truck. Now, some of you who went to Africon might have noticed I wasn't looking my best on Thursday. That was part of it. That was only part of it. Because here I had to admit that my ideas are not always brilliant. And that's not a good idea to circumvent the board of directors. But for those of you who were there, something else happened in the early days of the convention that you don't know about. You see, I am not only an underpaid scientist, I am not only the chairman of